back in October when Marvel Studios released the animated TV show. It was like 4 episodes. It was a spinoff of What If called Marvel Zombies. I reacted to the trailer on my channel. You can go and check it out if you want to see my initial thoughts on the trailer. And I watched the 4 episodes completely, and this is my review for it essentially. And I gotta say that the trailer gave us exactly what we should expect from seeing the show now that I have seen it. And the story goes as following, so I'll keep spoilers to a minimal, but whatever happens, happens. I'm just gonna rant here and riff. But I watched all 4 episodes. The main villain was Wanda. Wanda was the zombie queen, and we followed characters that were more like Phase 4 and Phase 5 characters. Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, right? She was like the girl that was the key to everything. She was literally carrying an actual Hank Pym particle thing that's supposed to be sent out into the atmosphere to call the Nova Corps to help cure the zombie virus. Well, turns out, spoiler warning, the Nova Corps actually quarantined Earth from the rest of the galaxy so the zombie virus didn't get out. And T'Challa sacrifices himself, which I couldn't tell if it was in bad taste or a good homage. Either way you look at it, no Black Panther, because he sacrificed himself by throwing zombie Thanos into a giant crater in Wakanda that blew up the Infinity Stones and caused a massive incursion with the Infinity Stones. And the only person powerful enough to hold the gamma rays of the Infinity Stones was the Hulk. So we got this like overpowered Infinity Hulk who's just holding it down so reality doesn't collapse. And the only person that wants Hulk to no longer have that power is Zombie Wanda. And so we focus more on Marvel's Katie and Shang-Chi and that Wu guy, the Asian Wu guy. I can't remember his name. I don't fucking care. He was the FBI guy from Ant-Man and the Wasp, the one that did the magic tricks. And so there's a bunch of characters that I don't give a fuck about. You know, Spider-Man was barely in it, and Spider-Man was like the only character that I would actually seem to care about in a show like this. I actually would rather see the main Marvel universe, you know, Hulk, Iron Man, the X-Men, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Captain America, Deadpool, take on a zombie apocalypse. I actually would rather see that than see the heroes turn into zombies. Now, to be fair, I liked kind of how they did Marvel Zombies. I wasn't like the biggest fan of Marvel Zombies in the comics, but I digress. I don't hate it either. But I just prefer the heroes wiping out zombies. It's just my thing. We didn't get a lot of that. And Moon Knight Blade was useless. And I don't even remember what happened to him. I'm pretty sure he died. Most of the characters die because I actually thought the ending was funny. Oh, there was no Daredevil either. No Daredevil. Fuck, they disrespect Daredevil. But the ending shows Wanda, zombie Wanda, and her horde of zombies that she's converted into a bunch of zombies to go and take the infinity power from the Hulk and drain him. There's a moment at the very, very end. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's funny. It's funny how the ending happens, how it ends. Wanda basically defeats all the heroes. All the bad guys win because all the heroes die and turn into zombies. And Wanda is trying to drain the powers from like the Infinity Hulk, and she can't do it alone because the power's too strong for her, even though she wants his power. And it's like, so you have to share it with somebody else in order to get the power. I'm not going to break down Infinity Stones and gamma radiation to even get to that level of nonsensory. But essentially, she wanted Kamala Khan to help her absorb the power of the Infinity Stones from the Hulk. And Kamala Khan literally helps her, sells out at the very end. And I know that I'm skipping over 3 episodes here to kind of explain the arc here, But all I saw, the continuous arc, was Kamala Khan, the young Gen Z hero. If you can even call her a hero, she doesn't really even save anybody. She's just kind of there to fangirl over other characters. And she's there. She fights off the zombies. Okay, I'll give her credit. She saves the heroes a couple times. But it's not like she's saving civilians, is what I'm getting at. But she saves the heroes a couple times. And her arc is that she's the key to everything. She's great at everything. And she's got to realize that she's the greatest ever. It's the hero's journey. It's the basic hero's journey. And by the end, she thinks that she's going to save her friends by selling out to Wanda. But what happens in reality is Wanda puts her in a trance, much like what we saw in WandaVision. And Kamala Khan is trapped inside this mind prison that Wanda has her under, while the rest of the world is consumed by zombies. And that's how it ends. Are we going to get a season 2? I don't think it's earned a season 2, and I don't really want to watch a season 2, even if they did make it. I probably would, just to fucking make shit on my channel. But nonetheless, I don't think they've earned a season 2. I think it's actually better it ended that way. I like the Twilight Zone ending of Kamala Khan's choices, her stupid and dumb Bane choices to sell out to Wanda. It ended up in the entire universe turning into zombies. I just thought it was funny. That is the lesson that we're supposed to learn here. And I thought it was funny that it was Kamala Khan doing it. But another thing to note was Thor was in the show. But just like an Endgame, because they're kind of implying that the zombie apocalypse happens during Infinity War sort of timeline, right? But just like an Endgame, during this show, Thor becomes depressed and drunk. So he doesn't get fat, but he's a miserable old guy, and he's just like, oh, I'm so sad, and I don't want to do anything. I failed. The whole world turned into zombies, and I'm a depressed male. Whoa, womp, womp, womp. Just like Fat Thor in Endgame. And then he literally has to dub Kamala Khan an Avenger. She's like, we need you, Thor, as he's holding off a horde of zombies. And he's like, no, you're the Avenger now. And then he sacrifices himself like a fucking punk. And so, yeah, that was something to note. Yep, Marvel Zombies, everybody, fucking sucked. I do not recommend it, and I don't think I'm ever going to rewatch this fucking show ever again. And I hope they don't make any more. I hope they keep failing. So, yeah, don't smoke crack, and I'll see y'all in another video.